Google recently made some changes to the Explorer tool. The Explorer tool is what replaced the research tool that we used to have in Google Docs. And I can get to the Explorer tool by going up to Tools and go down to Explore, or I can even just click on the Explore button down here. Now the Explorer tool will look through your Google Doc or your Google Slides, whatever you're looking at. It'll actually look at the terms you're using and actually give you suggested topics and related research, which is really nice because I can click on that research and be taken to the website where it is. So this is a way I can actually do some more research related to the topics in my paper. I can also search for different topics too. So let's say the zone of proximal development. It's going to bring me websites that are related to this. It's going to give me images that are related to that. And I'll actually also search my Google Drive to find information related to that. So that is a really nice tool that I can search many of those resources I already have, or I can find other new resources. But let's say, this is actually one of my favorite features, which was a lot better, I think, of the research tool, so I'm hoping it improves now. Let's say this is a resource I was using in my paper and I want to cite it. Well, if I click this little here, it'll actually cite that part and include it in my footnote. And if I go up to the very top to these three dots, I can even change the citation format. So instead, let's say I want to do it as now APA. You see that it did cite differently. Now this may not be perfect citation, but at least it's a start for a lot of students. It'll be an easy way to get those resources, including the links. Now if I go to images, well, the nice thing in the research tool past is I was able to click and drag an image into my document and it would automatically cite it in the footnote. That's not something it does right now. So if I do click on the image, I will be given to this page where I can see the image in full. I can see what type of usage I have with this. This is labeled for commercial use with modification. And I can also click up here to go to the website where it's hosted. So that's how I can find all the information before. I used to be able to say what kind of images I wanted, free to use or not, and I would see the website where it came from right away. But I don't see that right now. So maybe that's hopefully something I'll come back with later. But for at least now, the Explore tool could be a very useful tool because, especially with the fact that if I look in here, let's delete all that. And I'm going to reopen the Explore tool. The fact that it looks through my paper, or whatever I'm writing about, and give me related research according to phrases or word keywords in my paper, that is very nice. And if I click the more, I'll get to a lot more related information. These are typically coming from other Google Scholar results or similar results, looking at research related to whatever I'm dealing with in here. So the Google Explorer tool, which you'll also find in Google Slides, you're going to find this in Google Sheets. In Google Sheets, it'll actually suggest graphs and equations for you. But it is a nice little tool to have available. It doesn't totally replace all the functionality you had with the research tool, but that's hopefully something we're going to keep adding back into that. So it'll be a great resource to show your students just because it may make their job as they're researching and citing their information a lot more easily done so that they can better focus on just finding the information and then using it